Well, anyway, let's wrap this journey into hysteria up with the crowning achievement of the night. After the show goes off the air, they're having, because they're in Texas, right? They're going to have a beer bash celebration. And apparently, poor old Scott Spears got fucking...
Sean Spears
got taken advantage of again and beaten up. And then Tony Khan comes out and all of the vice presidents give Tony Khan a beer. And then Sean Spears rolls in and Tony Khan boots him and gives him a stunner. Daddy said sell.
Jacksonville Dixie.
Randy Orton termed him Jacksonville Dixie. Travis Bickle called him Dixie Goulas. Whatever the point is, and somebody on Twitter, when I illustrated this, even said, well, Shane McMahon. And I know, first of all, one thing, Shane McMahon could kick the ever-loving living fucking shit out of Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Mike Jackson, and Tony Khan, all four of them. Shane McMahon ain't the goddamn greatest worker that ever graced a ring, but he could kick the shit at a real-life situation out of all four of those people together. Secondly, Shane McMahon has not been put in a position where he's already being called a money mark for buying or financing a promotion. His father already owned it. You can claim the nepotism for him getting the chance to get in the ring to begin with, but not that it is in any way similar to Tony Khan at 5'6" and 100 and nothing with rocks in his pockets, getting in the ring to live his dream by getting to give somebody a stunner in front of the people. What is it the kids say, the expression, it's not a good look?
Yeah.
It's not a good look for a guy that's already being called a money mark, and the evidence is beginning to bear that out. Getting in the ring to play with his friends. Because that's, even the fans are going, well, look, he gets to play. It's all playtime with the big boys there. This is what I hate it when I'm right, but it happens so often I've gotten used to it. How long have I been calling this? How long have I been saying these things? They're not up to it. And there was nobody there to yank a knot in their tail and say, okay, let's come back to reality. Here's what we're really going to do, and we're going to make this thing go. So anyway.
Did you see that kick he threw before the stunner? In his little pea coat. A little kick he threw.
But that's not, he looked like he was wearing a cowskin straitjacket. I don't know what the fuck that outfit was. But anyway.
You know, I've had a lot of experience in business with rich kids, for lack of a better term. Kids who never had to worry about anything. Their parents were filthy rich. And I've also done a lot of business with people who were rich because they worked really hard and by hook or by crook, they made themselves a bloody fortune. And 8 times out of 10, if not 9 times out of 10, it's rare to find the rich kid who never had to worry about making a dollar and never understood how to make a dollar and doesn't have instincts and put that kid in charge of a business. It's very rare to see that succeed. And this is in some ways an indictment of Tony Khan.
I was about to say, where's your silver lining coming up there, pal?
But there isn't. But I mean, that's the point. That's the point. We've been saying how you need one person in charge to run this thing. You need someone who doesn't want to be friends with the wrestlers. You need someone who can actually seriously look at the wrestling business as a business.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that somebody in the company should be in charge and be telling people what to do instead of asking them what they want to do, and instead of being friends and palling around with them, to be liked, should be respected and possibly even feared because of their ability to wield the sword of Damocles over your employment?
I'm saying when you have one guy who is not a leader and you have a bunch of empowered executive vice presidents under him who some may have different views of what the product should be than others, you're going to have a backstage battle royal at some point, and there's going to be no one there to decide it and no one there to really do anything. There's no strong leadership in AEW at the top, and that's a problem. Well, and again, hopefully things get better, but the rarest thing I've ever encountered in business, and I've seen it happen, usually it's guys who are already in their 40s and they're rich parent has passed away. But the rarest thing to encounter is a kid who has unlimited capital, who's been bought their business, and doesn't have to worry about a true bottom line. I'm sure if it loses enough money, if it lost WCW levels of money, I'm sure his father would say enough of this shit. But the decision-making going on now is mind-boggling, and you're driving away anyone who gave it a chance, and now you're even pissing off your core audience with stupid shit on your show. No instincts whatsoever.
We're gonna close up here because that was a wonderful. As a matter of fact, the part of Jim Cornette will be played this week by Brian Last, the great one.
Oh, motherfucker.
But oh, goddamn it. But I'll say one thing and then we'll go. And that I want to know, somebody needs to find out for me. I want to know the person that came up with the Dork Order gimmick, that has been booking the Dork Order business, that has somehow convinced themselves that the Dork Order is a good idea that we needed to see more of after the first time, and that orchestrated that falderall where they killed every single one of their fucking supposed top baby faces off in one fell swoop and got booed out of the building. I want to meet that person. I want to give that person specific credit by name, because that person has now, in my mind, supplanted and replaced the Archbishop of Talentberry as the single stupidest motherfucker in wrestling.
It's what Vince would do. I mean, how many times has Vince wanted to push a guy, the fans don't react to them, and he goes, well, we're going to keep doing it until they... Roman Reigns. We're going to keep doing it this way until they come around.
But see, here's the thing. You've missed something. I don't know of anything they ever pushed as hard as they're pushing this in AEW, the Dork Order. I don't know of anything the WWF ever pushed that was this rotten to begin with. Roman Reigns, you can see.
Yeah.
He's fucking big. He can work. He looks good. He's from the family, whatever the fuck. Yeah, push him, right?
It was how the push was done. For Roman Reigns.
Yes, it was the quality or quantity or nature of the push, not the actual push itself. Who thought that putting Dork Order from day one on national television was a good idea is a complete fucking idiot, much less doing all these other things with them afterwards. Whoever just said, I want to run a wrestling promotion where that is a tag team on my roster is a fucking moron. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
It's just, again, the Dark Order, Tony Khan giving people stunners. It's the exact shit that people hate the WWE for. And that's what you have to ask yourself. Did you guys want to be the alternative to WWE? Or did you just wish when you were watching WWE that was your face on there instead of Stephanie's, and instead of guys who aren't very good, and instead of the McMahons all over the place? Did you want to improve things, or did you just want to be them? But that's my final word for this week. I'll leave you alone now.
There you have it. I'll leave you alone.